Hello, everyone, and welcome to part two of our Lady in the Moonlight series. I wanted to start this episode off by showing off some of our other landed family members. The first one is going to be Lord Edmund Hopkins. He's currently 17 years old. Funny enough, we actually married into the Lannister family uh, a little while back. It was actually Lord Edric, the Bowed Hopkins. He actually um, at some point, I believe it was his mother that was of House Lannister. So our original character, Lord Connor the Proud Hopkins, this was one of his sons. We ended up married into the Lannister family, like I said. So it's pretty cool to see how this family has kind of evolved over time. The second one, we have the Lordship of Briar White. This is in control of Lord Kyle Hopkins. Um, he is trusting, zealous, patient, and rude. Doesn't really like us very much. He does have an 8-year-old heir. His name is Soren Hopkins, and he's also a twin. So like I said, House Hopkins is kind of growing pretty nicely, and it's really good to see that there. So just wanted to pop into our family tree just to see how it's going so far. So it looks like we have our founder, Lord Connor the Proud Hopkins. He actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 6 sons. 2 of them were actually of our house. The other 2, well, actually 3, I'm sorry. 3 of those sons were actually of our house. And then he had 3 other sons from House Goodbrook, because we kind of decided to marry into that family. Doesn't look like they have had any children of their own yet. But I mean, it is interesting to see how that kind of plays out in House Goodbrook here. Um, like I said, so from Lord Connor Hopkins, now we're currently playing as Lord Hubert, and like I said, Hubert has not had any sons yet. However, he has had a daughter, which is kind of our granddaughter. That is his heir, Lady Bella Hopkins here. So yeah, I mean, family's still kind of small, but it's only gonna grow from here. So that's always good to see there. I also just noticed that we have Serena Hopkins here, who is 13, and she's actually hunchbacked, which is kind of funny. I had no idea that she even existed as a character. She is callous, greedy, humble. I don't think we can really do anything with her, but I mean, I would like to see what the AI has in store for that. Sir Connor Hopkins here, he's actually the namesake of our founder. He's actually unlanded. He is a dutiful captain, has 12 martial. Maybe we can do something with him. I'm not sure. So he's not in my court. He's actually part of an adventurer camp. Mistress Barba of Tristan Keep. I'm not really sure. Okay, so they're over here in the Crown Lands. I think that's pretty cool to see how, like, our family is, like, out in the world doing things behind the scenes. So, man, I can't wait to see how this plays out. Like, when our family gets, like, bigger and bigger and bigger, when we have more family members to land and everything. That's gonna be really nice. I want to set our cultural fascination. I've been looking through these, and I'm really liking standing armies. It's gonna allow us to get a bigger military. We are through our vassal contract, we are giving about 10,000 soldiers to our liege, which is a lot of troops in my opinion. I can't really expand my realm out anymore because for some reason, as a duke, you have a set domain size that you can have. Um, I am under my vassal limit, but it's just my domain that is suffering from the size of my realm. I did see ermine cloaks here. It does give me plus 20 vassal limit, but I don't know if that's actually what is affecting my domain, my overextension. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I was looking at this one. But nonetheless, I am going to go with standing armies. I'm also going to go ahead and make sure that every child in my family is educated and has a ward and is... Because I want to make sure that we get good people with good educations in our family. We're going to start with Idira Hopkins here. My daughter, she's 11 years old. I don't know... Yeah, because she doesn't have a guardian at the moment. It looks like she's going down stewardship, so... Ideally, I would like somebody with stewardship in my court that is going to give her a good education in that. My maester doesn't look bad. He does have good stewardship. Me personally, I like to do it with somebody that has like a matching education to the lifestyle to educate my my kids and my family. However, it doesn't look like I have anybody, so I am gonna go with my maester. He is a Northman, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's fitting for what we're trying to do here. So we're gonna go ahead and have him educate her. So I've been looking. A lot of the other children are unrelated. I mean, they're related to me, but they're not actually in my court, so I can't really educate any of these kids. However, we do have Bess Hopkins, which is my other granddaughter. Looks like she's got the rowdy trait. I guess maybe we can do something in terms of martial. I think we're gonna do we're gonna have Darren Holham, my hand, educate her. So he's gonna be a good pick there. And then also the last child is actually the granddaughter of my heir, or the daughter of my heir, I'm sorry, my granddaughter. Lady Riella Hopkins, and I think she's in the same boat. She's not in my court, so I can't really educate her as well. But, I mean, that's everybody that we can educate. We can also make sure that we have a tutor, so that way we get good education outcomes. Let's see. I would like somebody with the intelligent trait, but it doesn't look like that we have that. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to pick somebody that's not too old that can kind of take over the position for a while. All right, so we have Doran Mentum here. He has really good learning. So I went ahead and made him our tutor. We're also going to put him on Educate Children so can make sure that they get a better education. We currently do not have a wet nurse either. So we can go ahead and search for one of those. Kind of let the game go on here. So we have Elise, who's 31. She is shy, diligent, and zealous. However, the other girl's poor, so we are going to go ahead and choose her. I would like to visit my daughter or my granddaughter up in Winterfell here, I would imagine that we would want to kind of come up here and visit her and make sure that, you know, everything is going okay. Gotta pop up here. So, to Lord Hubert of Moonshire, I am writing to all the lords of Westeros to let them know the truth that has been hidden for too long. Despite what you may have thought, I was in fact born to the union of Mistress Joanna and King Robert. I ask that you and the rest of the realm recognize this new reality and the implications it brings. Oh, okay, so we have is this a Baratheon? Oh yeah, so it's a Baratheon offshoot. That's pretty cool. House Strongbuck. Yeah, he's pretty powerful. Oh, and he's right here with me too. And he also has claims to the entire Seven Kingdoms. So he got the trait Bastard Founder. And, yeah, looks like his father was Robert Baratheon. Oh, that's Gendry! Isn't that the... I'm pretty sure that's the guy from the, I'm pretty sure that's the, what is her name? Arya Stark's, one of her friends from, the actual show? Wow. Wow, guys, so yeah, that's actually, that is Gendry Baratheon, from the show. I wonder if he actually has Arya as a friend. Oh, no. I was about to say, if that was... if he actually had her as a friend, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, so, he's not far from us. Maybe we can do, like, maybe we can do, like, some, diplomacy with him. Kind of get him, oh, man, so it looks like we got a realm at war here. Prince Gendry has risen up against King Joffrey II of the Baratheon Seven Kingdoms in the War of the Brave. I must choose to stand with King Joffrey II of the Baratheon Seven Kingdoms or join Prince Gendry of the Baratheon Seven Kingdoms. Or stay neutral and let the tide of time guide my decision. Lord Paramount Andrin has chosen to support the crown. Okay. So let's take a look here. Let's see. So... and it looks like no one has chosen to stand by Gendry here except for who is this? House Swift of the Westerlands. That's pretty cool. I don't understand why they would... I mean, what kind of ties would they have to House Baratheon? I'm not really sure about that, but... nonetheless, the war has broken out here. I guess Hubert is no fool. He definitely sees there's no possible way that they are going to be able to stand against the Iron Throne like this. So I think we're gonna go ahead and fight on the side of King Joffrey II here. And I'm pretty sure this is actually well, we have, so in my timeline, in my game, so Robert Baratheon had King Joffrey the First Baratheon, which this may be the actual Joffrey from the show, but his son is kind of, you could say that, you know, this could be Joffrey too, but they're both sadistic and just horrible characters. But nonetheless, they are in control of the Seven Kingdoms, so I don't think we're definitely going to fight on their side. We'll say that King Joffrey shall get all of my men. And I guess Hubert would probably use this as a time to demonstrate his power to the crown, being as though we are so close to the enemy capital. I think what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna raise our troops, and then we are just gonna go and siege down the enemy. And let me check and see, is he actually leading the army as well? He is. So yeah, maybe we can end the war for the realm here in one foul swoop. So we're coming in for the kill here. Poetic friendship. Hubert, my dear friend. I was once again reminded of your victory against Lord Mathis. So I decided to write a poem about your triumph. Okay. Oh wow, we can get 350 prestige for that. So yeah, this is the guy from my last video. So this is apparently our friend. One of my vassals. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get the prestige. So we attacked the enemy army. Let's see what kind of advantage that we're gonna get here. So we're getting 38 advantage in our favor. This could be a stack wipe. Battlefield knighthood. After the battle in Hardline, one of my attendants presents me with a list of soldiers who performed exceedingly well. Lord Alvin's name stands out to me in particular. My attendant recommends that I knight them in a hasty battlefield ceremony. According to him, knighting these soldiers as they stand among the carnage and ruin of the battle will inspire morale amongst our ranks. Of course we will knight him. Funny enough that that actually pop-up came up because I was actually looking in Lord Hubert's memories here, and I actually, if we look through here, yeah, so on the 15th of the 6th moon, 337 AC, I actually knighted Lord Rickon, who is the father of Lord Rickon Stark. I guess it would be Lord Rickon II Stark, but the Northmen don't have that type of naming in their culture. But yeah, so I mean, I knighted the father of the current Lord Paramount of the North. So yeah, Hubert has definitely been around. I've knighted so many people I can't even remember, but so yeah, we're gonna continue on in this war. So we're gonna move on to the enemy capital, and we're just gonna start sieging this down. So let's check my war contribution. So I got 36% in this war. So yeah, we definitely have demonstrated to King Joffrey II that we are a loyal vassal. I also wanted to take the opportunity to show off one of the weapons that we had acquired a while ago that I forgot to mention. So currently we have a sword. I would eventually like to get a Valyrian steel sword, but for the moment I have this sword here, which we're naming it Twilight, and kind of in relation to our main title here, like Moonshire. So I just wanted something that, you know, kind of represented that. And then also this spear here is actually my father's spear. We're gonna go ahead. I wonder if we can go ahead and rename that. So we're gonna rename this Connor's. Well, not Kano. Connor's spear. Yeah, that's very original, right? We're gonna go ahead and reforge this as well. So yeah, so we got some lore items going on. We'll also equip Stripe and Rage. We're gonna continue on with this siege here. They are getting ticking war scores, so they probably will finish this war before the siege is done. What sucks is I actually thought Gendry was a pretty cool character in the show. It sucks that we have to do him like this, but oh man, and he's dead. Was executed on King Joffrey II's orders. Wow. Damn. That is insane. Damn, R.I.P. Gendry. Alright, so I think what we'll do now, we've kind of let some time go by. We have a little bit of coin in our pocket. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a pilgrimage, but it's not going to be a pious one because it's not really for piety. This is kind of like my way of, you know, showing that Hubert would want to go to Winterfell to kind of visit his daughter. Along the way, also we are missing a few pieces of gold here. So along the way, we are going to hit up some of these points of interest, specifically the martial ones. Looks like there's a couple on the way here, so we'll visit this one. And then we might as well hit up the twins as well. Wait, where is this? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, and then from here, we'll hit up this one. And we'll also hit up that one as well. And then from there, we'll go to Winterfell. That's where we'll visit our daughter, make sure everything's fine. And then I guess we'll just return back. Also hit up this one as well. Kind of hit up most of these. Go ahead and get a caravan master. We'll let Sir Rollum Lannister take care of that. Have a little bit of danger, but I think that it'll be okay. And we are missing a little bit of gold, but I will just let the time go by until we have enough to do that. Alrighty, so we are off. All the while preparing for my journey, I have had this sense of serenity and knowing that everything will be alright. I am pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to White Harbor in order to get even closer to the father and to visit my granddaughter. And now more than ever, I feel certain that he will watch over me in my travels. Just kind of slow the game down here a little bit. Reflections and earthly contemplation. Along the path to the Holy Land, I've met with all kinds of pilgrims, both young and old. It's as if I'm witnessing a tapestry of my own life play out before me. Silver hair and wrinkled skin always seem so distant until they came to me. I can't help but feel that this pilgrimage may be my last before I take the ultimate journey to the seven heavens. Perhaps I ought to stop a while and contemplate life's brevity, or however you say that. So I just noticed we are feeling poor. So Hubert is getting up there in age. We can say, I will make the most of my time. I think we can just say these ideas make my heart ache. Out here, late at night, I sometimes look to the stars and wonder, what is our purpose in life? Can the seven who are one even see me this far from home? What am I doing all this for? We can say it's my sacred duty, of course. We can get dedicated pilgrim. What I truly want is to enjoy and experience other cultures. Yeah, I think we'll go with this one. Reflections, a beastly omen. As we make our way down the holy road we travel, we are suddenly made to stop as a beast steps out right into the middle of our path. A humble fox stares at our holy caravan. There is something of a knowing look on the beast's face, as if the mind of a wise old man resides behind those feral eyes. He blinks and then carries on his way. The fox is a messenger from the Father. Follow him. We'll say that we can't be distracted because we are on a mission. So we're currently traveling through the neck here. Reflections, the empires of yesteryear. Wandering this path, I have encountered many reminders of those who came before me. Here in the tale, I see reminders of those who inhabited this land long before us. Old temples, broken weapons, random fractures of objects beyond recognition. Time claims us all, and the deities we worship and the way in which we worship them is always in flux. Perhaps one day, some other man will wander this path and contemplate the fallen high lordship of Moonshire and the faith of the seven, faith practiced by its lord. So we could say contemplate ancient faiths, so we get plus learning. I think we'll go ahead and take that one. We get some cultural acceptance with that. We mustn't delay. So we're arriving at our destination here. We also have an empty council position. So we need a new marshal. So we also have Darren Holham as our hand. We could do Lord Bonifer Mahler. He is young. He's an excellent marshal, so I don't know why we would not pick him. While we're not at war, we are going to have him on trained commanders because I want to, I just want to get some better commanders. Hopefully we can get some good, commander traits out of that. So we can say, I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great sept of the snows. As the septon offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for the 7 who are one to bring me here at this moment in time. The echo of my own footsteps is the only sound in the sept. I am alone. The last thing I remember from the outside world is the face of those beggars near the gates, and the blue, blue sky. So distant now. I walk towards the altar knowing that it's only me, and yet I feel under an unyielding scrutiny. The severe eyes of the Father are always wide open. Go ahead and get more worldly pilgrim there. Pilgrimage, the calling. As I enter the sacred grounds, I find Rollum, staring at the altar with an absent expression. Rollum, I call him. My lord, he says unfazed, I have something to ask from you. I hope you can forgive me. This place has moved my soul and agitated my spirit in a way I thought inconceivable. The Father has spoken to me, and his voice is clear, severe, precise. It keeps going and going and going. The only sound I can hear now, the whole world has gone quiet. If I could stay behind, I would like to devote my life to it. But you're my caravan master. You have a job. Yeah, drop this nonsense. You have responsibilities, Rollum. You know better. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I may have missed out on the odd worldly opportunity, but I am overall happy with the experience, this being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I am more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. Alrighty. So we're moving on to Winterfell here. I haven't seen my granddaughter in months. Wonder how she's doing up here in Winterfell. The Songs of King Joffrey. As we travel through the outskirts of Axe's Rise, we suddenly see a jovial man in the distance, jumping, dancing, and singing to himself. He seems like quite the character. Would you like to hear some of me songs about Joffrey, the tyrannical Crownlander toad? He yells at us as soon as we get within shouting distance. Before we have time to answer, he starts singing a merry tune about the depravities of King Joffrey. Yeah, so we all remember from the show what happened to the last guy who tried to sing a song, so I would be careful about that, buddy. But we can learn a secret about him. Or we could get this guy in our court. He does seem Edric. He's 30 years old. He seems like an interesting character, gregarious, fickle, and generous. Or we could kill him. Hold your tongue, vile peasant. I think we'll recruit him, make him our fool. So we finally arrived in Winterfell. Winterfell, seat of House Stark and future seat of House Hopkins, and Heart of the North, standing proud and tall amongst the vastness of the North. As I approached the castle from the King's Road, I passed through the Winter Town, the spacious, and at the moment largely empty, settlement outside the walls. As I move further east, the walls come to dominate the skyline. The outer reaches 8 feet, and the inner reaching another 20 higher. The dark and gray, the weathered stone speaks to the great age of the castle. The east gate stands open and welcoming, and inside you find Lord Rickon of the North waiting with salt and bread. After the bestowing of guest right, he gives you leisure to explore the castle. Okay, so we can explore the Godswood. We can also go to the crypts. We could visit the glass gardens. I think we'll go to the crypts. That'd be pretty nice. As I make my way past the ancient first keep, walking among the lichen-spotted headstones in the lich yard, where the servants of the old kings of winter lie. Before me stands an old ironwood door, the entrance to the labyrinthian crypts. Each step downward is marked by a new chill as I descend from the world of the living to the catacombs of the dead. Walking amidst the crypts, I find the dark corridor a maze. The faint torchlight gives little guidance. As I come to an intersection, I must choose right or left. We'll go to the right. As I continue down the corridor, I find myself face to face with the statue of a man, a crowned king. To either side of his throne are stone direwolves, and upon his lap is a sword, long ago rusted. The few words etched upon the side are slightly worn away, but still decipherable. King Brandon III, the Breaker of the North. I can't help but look upon the statue with more respect. This was the famed king who united with Joramun, king beyond the wall, to bring an end to the Night King and his corpse bride. Together, the two would defend the realms of men from the horrors that the Night King would have surely wrought. So we can get visited the Winterfell crypts for +2 learning, which is nice there. Soon a page finds me in the depths of the crypts and announces that dinner will be soon served. Thankfully, the page knows the way out and leads me once again to the surface. So I guess we're gonna have dinner with our granddaughter and her husband here. So you can imagine, you know, we probably, you know, have some drinks, have a good time. We've, you know, made sure that everything's okay with her. Nothing is out of the ordinary. Oh, would you look at this? So we actually have a grandson. So this is the future Lord Guy Hopkins of the North. So nothing really special about him. It's unfortunate that we can't educate him ourselves, but we'll just have to make sure that we do everything that we can once we take over as Lady Bella here. Oh man, the gods are good. We finally have a grandson. So as you can see, he has claims to the entire North, which is really, really cool. So yeah, this union is the union of the North and the Riverlands. it is really taking shape now. We just have to continue on and hope that nothing fishy happens. However, this is CK3, so something can always happen. A stolen keepsake. In the quiet of our camp near Drenchway, a shrieking uproar breaks the calm. My court tutor Doran confronts my court jester Edric accusingly holding a treasure amulet. You thief! This was my mother's, Doran exclaims, eyes blazing with anger. Edric denies the claim. You lying scullion. It has always belonged to me. So we can just take it. I think this will do. You're both children. Hand it over. Got a quick 200 gold. The Holy Tree. I am told that nature is venerated here in Tussock as an extension of the will of the old gods. We watch as locals adorn a tree, an old tree, in fine materials and jewelry. It is as if we're courting it. Many in my entourage are satisfied to watch from a distance, but I feel compelled to do something more. So we can join the celebration. We get cultural acceptance with the Cranigmen. So that'll be better. Like if we have to go through the neck, we'll have some relations with the Cranigmen here, which is nice. So we're just moving along here. Alrighty, guys. So we have finally returned home. So I'd say that was pretty successful. So now that we returned home, I am looking. We do have a pretty nasty plague that is creeping up on our realm a little bit. We are going to isolate capital. And I guess we can kind of watch that to see if it is going to spread at all. I don't think that it is. And it might even be receding a little bit, honestly. Yeah, so it does look like it is receding. So that's good there. I really did not want to deal with that. So I was letting some time go by again, and it looks like the wildlings have actually got a head of faith. Okay, so I wonder which one it is. So, Old Gods of Pecan Valley. So they've actually... They're still unreformed, but they do have a head of faith. And we have Magmar, son of Sigurn of Fen. So he's pretty much a power rising in the Beyond the Wall here. Well, we also have another. The first forest has gotten pretty big. This is the first time I've really looked up here, so we got a lot of kingdoms that are actually forming up here, which is pretty scary. Also, the Iron Throne has land up here, so I'm surprised that they haven't really, expanded anymore up here beyond the wall. So we did get a stewardship perk here, so I'm going to continue to pick up, we're going to finish off the architect tree here, and then from here, I think we'll rotate back into the martial tree. We'll go into the strategy focus. And what I'm thinking that we want to do is we'll hold a feast, and we'll hold it in Rushdown again because Heron Hall is currently under construction. Um, and then of course we will invite. We could invite our liege lord. I wonder if there's anybody. We'll invite Lord Hibald, um, of House Bracken. We're definitely having some pretty good relations with House Bracken, and I would definitely like to keep that going. And we'll also try to befriend him as well. Of course, we'll do the best all around. Then we'll go ahead and kick that off. The servants run across the hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. Oh, I seem to have spotted some roast swan already. I can't find Lord Hibald anywhere yet, and I can't wait for him to arrive, so my plan to befriend him can finally start. The guests are gathered in the great hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. One of my favorite things is to watch people get intoxicated and hear them talk a lot more than they should. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to Lord Hibald, without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural, and I want him to think this is spontaneous. By the smith extols my maybe friend, barely disguising a belch. That was a heavy course, and so soon after the last weighty one, it simply sits too heavily in the stomach. I simply cannot believe that the servants expect to keep serving their master, working this poorly. So I could say you do realize my feast. Um, Switch the subject to something less contentious. We'll go with that. So we have a betrothal option here. So we got House Fell. I believe these guys are from the Stormlands, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he wants to marry his son to my granddaughter. We're gonna decline that. I would like to do a matrilineal marriage. So let's see what we can get with this. Maybe we could even we could start marrying. Maybe we can start marrying them off to, like, High Valyrian culture. That way we can try to get some dragon blood in our family as well. I know House Valyrian is still here, so let's see if they would accept anything. Granddaughter, matrilineal. So he wouldn't accept that. I believe it's because he's in the line of succession. So we could marry her off to Aegon Valerion. She would get 650 prestige, so yeah, we'll go ahead and make that marriage, betroth her to that. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Lord Josrin. I believe this guy's my spy master. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things should have, I'm sorry, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. Nice. Servants were carrying out impressively adorned enterments, a number of proud peacocks, skinned, cooked, and stuffed, then redressed in their magnificent plumages. However, as Lord Tommen brought his knife close to one of them, the fowl came. The fowl came to with a shriek. This one wasn't cooked at all. It pecked at Tommen's nose before bursting forth among the screaming, and laughing guests. As the bird ran wild, Lord Josrin rose to the challenge. It proved a great entertainment to see him desperately chase the raving creature across tables. In the end, he managed to scare the peacock toward the great hall doors, where it escaped into the night. Okay, so we can get a health boost from that. From being entertained. That's pretty funny. Okay, so that betrothal position just got accepted. And that actually, now we're feeling fine, which is pretty cool. This guy seems to be choking, but we can try to save him, so we saved him. After days and nights of joyous company, the feast is soon going to be over. Most every guest seems to be pleased except Tommen, who is still clutching his nose where the peacock marked him. Jesus Christ, this guy is about to die from a freaking chicken. That's pretty funny. The feast is starting to draw to a close, and my visitors are surely expecting me to lavish a little attention on Lord Hibald, our esteemed guest of honor. Traditionally, a complimentary toast and a deep drink of spiced wine does the trick. Then again, all Hibald did was turn up. The feast was my idea. I paid for everything, and I hosted everyone. So we can get highly esteemed. You could get 30 opinion with us. We'll go ahead and pick that one. So we did fail our intent, which is unfortunate, but a few candles survive after the last of the guests has left. I can hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief after the doors close. The food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. With everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I am proud to see that the feast was a success. I have my wife Sinna, however you say that, to thank for much of its success, and I feel nothing but gratitude as she sees the last few guests off. So we got some prestige, some more legitimacy, which is all nice to see there. So we finally arrived back home. We have another martial perk here. Like I said, Cass's belly really isn't going to help us because we can't really declare any more wars. However, we'll just go down the gallantry, pick up stalwart leader. We can also appoint a worthy successor. We'll go ahead and make sure these guys are all filled out. We also have a contract. So, okay, so we saved this guy from choking. So we are going to use our hook, and then we'll just go for extortionate taxes here. Yeah, we don't like the Vances. The Vances are another house that we kind of took over. The Hunter's Art. To blindly chase a wild creature, launching arrow after arrow or spurring even harder. Futile laughs Lord Jocerin, my renowned knight. Beasts can be cunning. They scent the stalker on approach, scatter before the hunting pack, and turn violent when cornered. Bringing down quarries means knowing them and their wilderness, and their wilderness well. And once the horn is sounded, never relenting. The most skilled of hunters is Jocerin. In his company, I am coming to know the ways of the Father's creatures and the ways of outwitting them. So we can get the hunter trait. All right, so we've done everything that we wanted to do. Like I said, I've made sure that my my granddaughter is okay. She's currently with child again, which is really nice to see. And it actually looks like my great granddaughter is actually his heir in the line of succession, which is, I guess that's the way that the Northman culture is. I don't think that they have the male preference going on there. So with this gold, I think what we'll do is we will see if we can go for another upgrade in Harrenhal here. We can upgrade our hamlet, so we'll go ahead and get that going. And yeah, so I think with that being said, guys, we're gonna end the video here. Like I said, really nice progression. Lord Hubert is, like I said, getting older. We are still feeling fine with that little health boost that we got. That's good to see. And it looks like my granddaughter is not wanting to marry who I betrothed her to, and she will accept the marriage that I chose for her. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.